If you were looking for a brand new skin to main in Fortnite, something like Cassidy Quinn might honestly be the best choice. This was just introduced with the Chapter 6 Season 2 Battle Pass, but that brings us into today's video perfectly. And today, guys, I'm showing you 28 Fortnite skins you need to main. These are just going to be the best skins that have ever been added to Fortnite that hardly anyone else is using. So make sure you watch this entire video and let me know what skin you are maining in the comments down below. But we need to move on to Piper Pace. This, again, is one of the best skins that Fortnite has introduced. It was actually added with a battle pass a few years ago, but I still feel like this is really underrated just because not that many people really want to use these older battle pass items. There is still something so clean about this though. The design for it was really well done, and even if you don't like the original style, there are just so many different variants you can actually use with this. I feel like Fortnite also did this really well because this skin has slowly started to gain some more popularity, which is always really good to see. I guess a sign that Fortnite are doing something right with these battle pass skins. That takes us forward, guys, and next up we have Glitch. This is a skin that we have talked about a lot on the channel before and might be one of the most highly customizable skins we have ever seen. This is so detailed. It does set you back 1,500 V-Bucks though, so it is quite expensive, but I still feel like with all of the additional styles for it, it is just so worth it. It is also very different to every other highly customizable skin in the game because instead of just having default customizable styles for this, how to actually customize this is based on how many wraps you have in your locker. So if you have a lot of different wraps, you'll be able to customize this skin in more unique ways, which I feel like is just something that we haven't really seen with any other skin in the history of Fortnite. And obviously it hasn't been that popular in the past, but I still feel like this is quite tryhard. That takes us forward, guys, and we need to move on to Renee. This is a skin that we have never really talked about on the channel before. This was actually part of a collab with Moncler, and this skin is reactive again in a way that we have never seen anything else like this. It is actually more reactive depending how high up on the Fortnite map you are. So if you're actually at one of the top of the mountains, this skin is going to look completely different to if you were at the bottom of the mountain, which is just such a cool and unique change. A lot of these clothing collab skins in Fortnite though are so rare. I mean, we haven't seen this being returned or added back to the store in such a long time. We also haven't seen any other skins or items being added to this collab, which is sort of surprising, but probably means that Fortnite won't be collaborating with these franchises anymore. Let's move on though to a skin that has actually been available quite recently, and this is Haruka of the Masks. This was last available in a Fortnite crew bundle only a few months ago. This is easily one of the best Fortnite crew bundles Fortnite has ever introduced, but again, these are sort of becoming rare because they don't really feature in the store apart from that first initial month. I still really like this though. We also are only getting more and more additional styles for these every single month after they are introduced, and getting up to 6 styles for each skin is a really good change. I'm so glad Fortnite did this. It does improve these skins a lot, but again, I feel like if they did make these more readily available to people that don't really want to subscribe to the Fortnite crew bundles, then they would be a lot more popular, whether they were just introduced in limited time item shop bundles at the same time for V-Bucks or some other way. I feel like that would really improve these. That takes us forward, guys, and next up we have the Game Knight. Now, we have already talked about a few collab skins in this video, but the Game Knight is part of a Balenciaga collab that again hasn't featured in the store for such a long time, but we just had to include it because this is a skin that deserves to be made a lot more today. We have seen some of the most iconic skins in Fortnite being remade a lot. There is just something so cool about this skin. I don't know why we haven't seen it being more popular, but Fortnite have done an amazing job with this, and I feel like there is really only more and more chances that this does return to the game in the future as well. If you guys do not own the Black Knight, then I feel like this is a perfect alternative because it does look so similar, but again, a lot of people do prefer to use the female skins, so from this collab you could always end up using the Ramirez skin instead. This is pretty much just as good and might even be better just because it is a female skin. Usually that means a lot more people do end up using it, and I feel like that has definitely happened with this. I really like this though. It is one of the only skins in Fortnite to actually become more gold and more eliminations you get, and one of the only collab skins to have this, because usually it is just Midas or one of the other Midas variants that has this feature. We have talked about a lot of detailed skins in this video so far though, so if you are looking for a little bit more of a simplistic skin, then I feel like something like Zadie might be the perfect choice. This does set you back 1,200 V-Bucks, but Zadie is so popular and so well done in Fortnite. It is actually been one of the most popular skins among tryhard players, and really only has been seen in the more competitive game modes. This has also been remade a few times as well, and would not surprise me if this does get remade even more in the future, so I definitely still feel like the default style is probably going to be the best one for this. That takes us forward, guys, and next up we have Emma Frost. This is another collab skin in Fortnite, and these just end up being a lot more underrated than some of the other Battle Pass or regular item shop skins that we do see, especially because it was part of the last Marvel season as well, just when we had so many other items being added to the game at the same time. I really like this though. I feel like Emma Frost was one of the coolest skins we have seen in Fortnite. There are so many amazing things with this skin as well, but I still feel like the fully diamond edit style is by the best. This just looks so different to everything else we've seen as well. But obviously, we're just going to have to wait and see whether this is one of those Battle Pass skins that does end up gaining popularity in the future. But honestly, for my opinion, I feel like there are some other skins in Fortnite that might be better to use, and that does also include some other collab skins as well, and one of them would have to be Cammy. I am just a huge fan of Cammy. It's easily one of the best skins they have ever designed, and obviously what is so cool about this is that this is also part of a Street Fighter collab from Chapter 2, and it just has not been seen in a really long time. For the two different styles of this though, I feel like the tracksuit edit style is the more popular choice. This just has been a little bit better, and definitely the one that pros and streamers have been using in the past. But we need to move on, guys, and next up we have Snoop Dogg. This is actually a skin from Chapter 2 OG. It seems like it was just introduced to the game, but it is actually quite old now, which is really surprising. We saw a lot of people using it during the very first season of Chapter 6, and I feel like Chapter 2 OG as well, this was really popular. Even though it was sort of the face of the season, this was introduced with the item shop so that Fortnite could introduce this back to the store at any time, but we still haven't really seen it being featured in the item shop that often. I still feel like this is easily one of the best skins we've seen though. There is just something so cool about this, and as we do move throughout Chapter 6, I have no doubt this is going to feature in the store a lot more, and we will just see more and more pros and sweats using it. So if you do want to be ahead of the curve, now is the time to start using this. I would just be using the default styles of this. I don't feel like the dog edit style will actually be that popular, but if you do want another male skin that has definitely been sweaty in the past, then John Wick is the perfect choice for you. This is a little bit more expensive, coming in at 2,000 V-Bucks, but John Wick is just a classic Fortnite skin. This is sort of introduced back during Chapter 1 Season 3 with an unofficial style, which was known as the Reaper, which is still one of the best and rarest skins in Fortnite, but we had the official John Wick skin added a few seasons later in Chapter 1. So many people loved this, it quickly became one of the most popular skins almost overnight, and we have seen a lot of pros and streamers in the past using it, but I still feel like it is perfect for you guys to main today, especially if you do want to stand out by using some of the more male skins that we have. It is hard to go past John Wick, but obviously you probably will have to wait for this to feature again in a movie or a TV show for this skin to be added back to the item shop, which might honestly take a while. So something like the Mogul Masters might honestly be a better choice. I mean, it does seem like the Mogul Masters feature in the store all the time, and these have been in the game since Chapter 1 Season 2. So the fact that they are still popular and try hard today shows you guys how good these actually are. They are very expensive though at 1,500 V-Bucks, and since this was before edit styles were even a thing, there are no edit styles for these skins. They are just 8 different skins, which is so crazy to me, but I feel like there is a lot of potential for skins like these to either get some other edit styles, or maybe I really do hope that Fortnite eventually just combines these into one skin in the future with 8 different styles and can refund everyone the V-Bucks that they spent buying each individual style. That would honestly be the best change and allow people to buy some more skins as they do get added. And one of those skins that I highly recommend you guys do end up picking up would have to be Siren. Now, I would love to include this a lot higher up, but unfortunately Siren is one of those skins that has dropped off a lot. I feel like especially since Benji Fishy has now stopped playing the game, and he was pretty much the one responsible for making this popular and tryhard in Fortnite. As soon as he quit, we just saw a lot of people stop using this almost instantly, and unfortunately that is why this is finishing so low in this video. I still really like this though. It would have to be one of my favorite skins Fortnite has ever designed, and definitely one of the sweatiest skins they have ever designed as well. They have started to remake this a few times, and we will just see more and more styles added for this in the future as well. So for 1,200 V-Bucks, it is probably one of the best skins you guys are going to be able to buy. One skin though that is never going to feature in the game again is going to be Jules. This is actually added one season later in Chapter 2, Season 3. It is one of the more popular Battle Pass skins we have seen in the history of the game, and that is usually because Typical Gamer does main this skin. So usually I wouldn't be including it in a video like this, but I feel like Typical Gamer pretty much uses every single skin that gets added to Fortnite, which is why I feel like you guys can end up maining this skin. Unfortunately, Fortnite didn't add in any super edit styles for these skins, which was so disappointing. I feel like if they did, these would easily be some of the best Battle Pass skins we've ever seen. So if you guys do want to use a really sweaty style of this, I feel like the Shadow edit style or even the Welder edit style is probably going to be the one you want to use. Again, though, this won't be added back to the game anytime soon, just because it was added in with a Battle Pass, but Serenade might honestly be added over the next few weeks. This is one of the coolest skins we have seen in Fortnite. It does have a very unique design as well, and sort of fitted in perfectly with the Chrome season that we had a few chapters ago. This was really underrated though when it first got added. I feel like it sort of went under the radar as a bundle skin, so if you guys are looking for skins to use in Fortnite that no one else has really been using before, then this is going to be really good. A few pros and streamers like Somerset and Frantic have been using this, but again, it never really got the popularity that it deserved, so I feel like this is still very underrated and perfect for you guys to main today. Another really good skin that I've been loving this season has to be the Summit Seeker Eevee. This is a skin that again is sort of under the radar. No one else has really been using it, and that is because this is not only a reskin of Eevee, but it is also a Winterfest themed skin designed to be used around Christmas, and since we are in April, no one has been maining this. I really like it a lot though. The design for it is so sick. I just wish we had some edit styles for this where you could actually take the jacket off and just have Summit Seeker Eevee in a singlet. That would be so much better and definitely make this one of the most try-hard skins almost overnight. Obviously, there are some other skins that are just going to be a lot more popular than this and stay really popular for a long time, like Midas. It is hard to talk about how good Midas actually is because we've seen this remade so many times that the original style is actually starting to drop off just because there are now like 10 different variants of this skin. I still feel like the original style is the best. Obviously, you can use Outlaw Midas if you want to, which was introduced this season, but again, I still feel like default one or the original one is the best. This is one of the only ones that is locked behind a battle pass though. Obviously, if you do also want to use Outlaw Midas, you will have to unlock it this season, but pretty much all of the other Midas skins are just added into shops with different bundles, so you will actually be able to get them in the future. But obviously, these two best skins probably won't be returning to the game anytime soon. But make sure to let me know in the comments down below, guys, what edit style of Midas is your favorite. But that takes us forward, and we need to move on to Valentina. This again is another Battle Pass skin in Fortnite, but this is actually available right now. It was introduced this season. It has been really popular already and is only going to get better as we do move throughout Chapter 6. I feel like this is so underrated right now just because this Battle Pass had a lot of really cool skins. I just feel like this is one of the more well-rounded battle passes that we have seen for a long time, so it is going to be exciting to see what happens during Chapter 6 Season 3. There are a lot of different variants as well that all look quite unique, so it is completely up to you based on which color style of this skin you do end up wanting to use. But if you are looking for a skin that is a little bit more simplistic, then Shiny might be a better option. This was added with the June franchise back during Chapter 2 Season 8. We saw this and Paul Atreides being added to the game, and then a lot of people were waiting for this to return when the second June June movie came out, and that never ended up happening. I honestly cannot believe it. I feel like this could have been one of the best skins if Fortnite did at the back, but we never saw it returning, and for that reason I feel like it is still really underrated today. They have added it to the store randomly, just with no occasion, which is so strange for a collab skin, but I feel like Fortnite knows how good this could be, so maybe when the 3rd June movie does come out, we will see this returning to the item shop. That takes us forward, guys, and next up we have the Tactical Grunt Legionnaire. Now, this is one of the more random skins that we are ever going to talk about on the channel. This was actually a henchman or grunt that was placed around the map a few seasons ago, and Fortnite decided to add these to the item shop. I actually really like this. I feel like it is a good idea by Fortnite. The henchmen and the grunts always play a major role in the storyline every single season, so now the fact that you can actually start using these skins is a really cool addition, and I feel like just makes Fortnite even better. I have been using these quite a bit. I do like this skin the best. It reminds me a lot of the Chaos Agent as well, so if you guys do like the more simplistic male skins that we have, and some of the slimmest male skins as well, then this is just a perfect choice for you. Let's move on, guys, and next up we have the Renegade Raider. We went from talking about one of the older skins to one of the newer skins in Fortnite, but there is no doubt this is one of the best skins we are ever going to see. This was literally added back during Chapter 1, Season 1, so it is pretty much the rarest skin we have ever seen in Fortnite. It was only introduced during the seasonal shop, and then Fortnite decided to add this back to the item shop at the start of Season 6, which was such a shock. I don't think anyone actually expected this to be added, but now that it is here, it is so sick. I'm so glad they added this back to the game, and I feel like a lot of people grinded out the levels just to unlock this. Obviously, if you didn't want this to be added back, then you did luckily get a 3rd edit style of this, which is now the rarest variant, similar to what they did with the Purple Skull Trooper, and of course the Pink Hood Trooper as well. But I still feel like this skin is worth using, especially if you are a fan of the OG seasons in Fortnite. We don't know whether this is ever going to be added back, but I feel like just because this has already featured in the store, chances are we will end up seeing this added back to the game once again. Let's move on, guys, and next up we have the Polo Prodigy. This is pretty much a remake of the skin that we just talked about, which is the Renegade Raider. The Polo Prodigy is a really cool reskin though. This is actually part of a clothing brand collab with Ralph Lauren, and Fortnite absolutely nailed this. They did such a good job. 2 edit styles of this skin was definitely more than what we have seen from other clothing brand collabs in the past as well. And even though the male skin was never really that popular from this collab, the Polo Prodigy definitely more than made up for it. I mean, this does look so clean, but again, the same issues arise with a lot of the other clothing brand skins that we have already talked about, where this just doesn't feature in the store that often. So if you are waiting for this to be added back, you might be waiting for a very long time. Next up though, guys, we need to move on to Joss. This was added with this season's Battle Pass as well. They have definitely added some of the best skins ever in this season, and I'm so glad about that. But this is one of my all-time favorite skins. I feel like what they have done for this is so different to every other skin as well, because this is reminiscent of one of the oldest skins in the history of Fortnite that was added back before Fortnite was even really released, and this trailer came out like 17 years ago, which is just so insane. Joss is really clean though. It is different to a lot of the other tryhard skins in Fortnite as well, and I feel like that just separates this and makes it even better. So if you guys do agree, make sure to start using this today. You can always turn this into a little bit of a meme skin if you want, but I just feel like the default style for this is probably the best one. One of the best male skins that we just have to talk about though is going to be Travis Scott. Now this is one of those skins you guys can main in Fortnite today, because Mr. Savage, the one responsible for maining this skin, has pretty much stopped using it. I'm still a big fan of this though. This is one of the rarest skins we're ever going to see. It is going to be impossible to see a male skin that is going to be even better than this, but I would love to know if you guys think this is going to drop off in the future, or whether this is just going to be one of those skins that doesn't stay popular for that much longer. Again, we could always see this being returned to the item shop in the future. We just haven't seen this since Chapter 2, so we have no idea. I feel like if you guys really want to stand out with this though, then the Terminator edit style might be the best one to use, just because of how different this actually looks.
Dragon.
because of how different this actually looks. But we need to move on, guys, to one of the newer skins in the game, and this is the Tactical Elite Bundle. This actually comes with 3 different skins and fits in with the golden theme of this season. Some of the coolest skins being gold in Fortnite, though, is definitely a really cool touch. I feel like Aura and Focus are probably the 2 skins from this bundle that you do end up wanting to use. I know a lot of people don't really end up using the bundles that we do see in Fortnite, but there is just something so cool about this, and I feel like we could end up seeing this be one of the best skins in the future. Usually, though, a lot of these skins would end up being a lot more popular if they were just introduced as item shop edit styles as opposed to being added with their very own bundle, but again, they are complete different remakes, so I do understand why Fortnite didn't just do that. That takes us further, guys, and next up we have to talk about Lara Croft 2000s. Now, this is probably unlucky to not be coming in at the #1 position. It has been one of the best skins we've seen in a really long time. I feel like they nailed this. It looks so clean, but instead I feel like there is one skin that is just slightly better than this. What I love about Lara Croft, though, is they pretty much remade one of the best skins we've ever seen in Fortnite and made this an item shop variant. The main reason why no one ended up liking the original style for this was just because if you didn't really play during that season, you never had another opportunity to get it again. But obviously now, if you are actually playing Fortnite all the time and want to use the Lara Croft skin, you can just buy it in the item shop when this does return. I feel like that is one of the cleanest things that we have seen. I like the design of this so much, even more to the point now where this is one of the best skins we are ever going to see and might even be better than the original Lara Croft skin. So let me know if you guys agree in the comments down below. But finally, guys, the best skin in Fortnite has to be Sparks. This is actually introduced with the Clix Icon Series bundle that we saw a few weeks ago. I'm so glad Clix finally got an Icon Series skin in the game. It was definitely a surprise. I did not expect this to be added to Fortnite, but here it is. Sparks is sort of a remake of Sparkplug that has been added to the game as well as part of this Icon Series collection, which is really different and probably unexpected in Fortnite, but this is easily the best skin in Fortnite right now with so many different pros and streamers using it. If you guys also like this, then make sure to let me know in the comments down below. But there you guys go, that is my entire video for 28 Fortnite skins you need to main. I hope you guys did enjoy this, and I'll see you guys